It's time to finally find out how Kikyo got captured by Naraku. Except we don't really find that out.
No. And I mean, we literally
she's
saw
just
it happen
there.
last time. And
Yeah.
she's being held in the fart castle.
The fart castle, indeed. Hello, welcome to this week's episode of Jared and Al Watch Inuyasha. It is episode number 33. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc, Al, and Lady.
Hello.
We are discussing Season 2, Episode number 6, or Episode 33, entitled Kikyo Captured by Naraku.
She sure was.
She's definitely really captured by just laying in bed.
Yep. Yo, if I could just lay in bed, I'd probably be fine with being captured. I just really pulled a, next life as a villainous mode right there.
You did.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Anyway.
Yep. Kikyo's little soul dudes are trying to get in, and Naraku's like, I've put up a barrier. They cannot get in. And Kikyo's just laying there like,
Okay.
All right. Cool.
No soul collectors for her.
Kikyo, what are you thinking?
Why are you making him feel like a skater dude?
He's a weirdo who just talks like a weirdo.
Yeah, he's got crazy eyes right now. He's like, you're supposed to be dead. You're not dead.
Why did you let me kick at all those demons? And she's just like,
Nah.
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 And then she calls him Onigumo, and he's like, oh yes, that name is very nostalgic. Remember when I was a mummy?
He wasn't a mummy. But that was the only way I could, remind you who that was by calling him the mummy.
The mummy man.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's who this is. Just in case you
And then he's like, yeah, and he's like, hey, here's this shard of the Shikon jewel. I'm going to throw it into, this little spirit. And then, I don't know, you're gonna go do some stuff, I guess. Whatever.
Ooh.
And then we head back to the other folks, where Sango's like, man, Inuyasha has been acting weird, hasn't he? And then Moroku just with the greatest line we read, just goes, yep.
Wow, man spreading.
Yep.
Moroku has been we'll talk about this a little bit, but Moroku is a gem in the episodes we're talking about this week, or this weekend, the next week.
It's true.
An absolute gem.
Kagome's like, what? You're gonna save Kikyo, right? And he's like, oh, do it alone. I'll do it by myself. Don't worry about it. And everyone's just like, shut up.
Yo,
stop being dumb.
We have issues with Naraku too, you dork.
It's not just about you. Shut up.
God.
And then the little soul dudes fly by and they're like, Kikyo's near. We gotta follow them.
Also, how can Moroku run so freaking fast? He's running and keeping up with Inuyasha. And I'm like, what the heck?
He's just in great shape.
Is he?
It's all that traveling monk business. It keeps him, fit and, all that stuff.
All that.
He's got to be very fit when he is, Mr. Horn Man.
I was going to the bone zone all the time.
Yeah. That's going to get your stamina up.
Nice.
Kagome rides on Kirara because she doesn't want to ride with Inuyasha.
Sango's like, that's weird.
Why? And she's like, I don't want to. His mind's full of Kikyo now. Now I'm embarrassed.
I'm blushing.
Oh, no. And then the soul dudes turn into bees, and everyone's like, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Not good. And then everyone gets separated into, this weird darkness that kind of engulfs everyone, and they all get trapped in these various visions or little dreams that they can't get out of. Inuyasha goes back to the past where he was killed by Kikyo. Moroku gets wind tunneled to death.
Yep.
Sango gets murdered by her brother.
And everybody else is dead too.
Yeah. Shippo just has everyone leave him, so he doesn't really have a bad one compared to everyone else.
Everybody's naked in his.
Yeah, everyone's just naked for some reason, and everyone's gone, and that's it.
Yep.
And then Kagome just eventually finds Naraku and Kikyo. Except Naraku doesn't stay there because Kikyo's like, yeah, you're a puppet.
Gets rid of his puppet.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
And then
Monster,
she
get
shoots an
out.
arrow. Yes, she shoots an arrow at Kagome and makes her fall into a pit. And is like, "I'll save you." Haha, just kidding. I'm gonna take your jewel shards. All right, now you get to stay there. Just go down into the pit.
Have
Later,
fun.
nerd.
Nerd.
Yeah, Inuyasha is able to get out of his little dream sequence because he's like, "I'll protect you, Kikyo, always." And he's like, "Wait a minute, I gotta protect someone else,
But who?
Kagome." And then he snaps out of it, and he's like, "Oh, hey, what's up? I gotta get everyone else out of their weird things, their illusions." He eventually finds Baroku, who's like still freaking out,
He's like
and he's
stoned
like,
out of his mind.
"Wake up! Smack you around, snap out of it." And he's like, Oh, my wind tunnel was killing me. Oh, okay, I'm fine now. All right, let's go get everyone else." Moroku gets the others while Inuyasha goes to find Kagome and finds her in the bottom of a pit. And then Kikyo's there, and he's like, "Kikyo, what are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, are you going to kill me? Oh, I bet you wouldn't because you were thinking of something else. Oh, see you later." And he's just like, that was weird. Everyone else shows up, and then Inuyasha's like, "Hey, what did she do to you?" To Kagome. And she's like, "Oh, she stole the jewel shards." He's like, "Not that. What did she make you like think of?" He's like, "I can't tell you."
I don't want to tell on her. Well,
But it's because she was jealous.
yes.
She was like, "Oh, Inuyasha's in love with Kikyo. That's all that he wants. Oh, no." And then Moroku shows up blazed out of his mind. He's like, "Are you guys done?
He
You
looks
guys done
so
talking?
blazed.
You guys done? Can we leave?"
His dream sucked.
Kikyo goes back to Naraku's castle and is like, "Here's all the jewel shards. Have at it.
Woo.
By the way, you're a half demon. I know that. Okay, cool. Later."
But you
And
want to
then
become a
Raku's like,
full demon.
"I can't get these burn marks off my body, no matter which body I turn into. Ugh." And then Kikyo's like, "Well, I'll just give him all the jewel shards. He'll turn into a demon, and then I'll kill him that way, because I'm very intelligent. Not stupid. Now I'm free to hate and love as much as I want."
It's so annoying.
And it's like, you're a dummy.
She's super. I told you via text, like, I don't like Kikyo, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, you know, she redeems herself and becomes a good character." I'm like, no, Kikyo still sucks. Like, she's just not. None of it makes any sense what she's trying to do.
Big dum-dum.
Yeah, she's just a big dum dum who like is just throwing wrenches in the plans for no reason.
She is like early 2000s edgelord.
Basically, yes. And she's like, well,
But like a very lame one in a way that like isn't even cool.
right.
Big size. But that wraps up that episode.
Mhm.
Let's talk about differences from the manga real quick.
Let's do it.
But not real quick because there's actually a lot of them.
There's a lot of them.
In the anime, the conversation between Kikyo and Naraku in Naraku's castle includes talk of the Shikon jewel. This leads to Naraku giving Kikyo a soul with a corrupted Shikon shard in it, ordering her to kill Kagome. In the manga, there is no shard. Kikyo acts on her own.
Interesting that Kikyo's like, I think I'll just go kill her. That's fine.
Is this the episode where also Inuyasha says that's the Shikon jewel?
Shikon jewel. I was about to ask you the same thing. I was literally about to ask you that because our brain cell is working.
How is it we're 33 episodes in and no one understands how to pronounce Shikon?
Shikon jewel.
How did they leave that in?
Ay,
Ay.
ay, ay.
In the manga, Naraku's bees lure Inuyasha's group into Naraku's trap. In the anime, the bees were disguised as Kikyo's soul collectors to do this.
I love that you figured out that word means bees.
Yeah, it's easier to say, too.
I'm proud of you.
I don't know what this upcoming word is, though. Is that like the tree?
The tree.
Okay. In the manga, the fake Kikyo pins Inuyasha to the tree he was stuck to for 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
In the anime, however, Kikyo's arrow pierces him but causes him to fall to the ground instead. Also in the manga, Inuyasha is able to break free from the trap after remembering that Kagome told him he is no longer alone. In the anime, though, he breaks free after remembering that he needs to protect both Kikyo and Kagome.
I like the manga version better.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're no longer alone. Got some Final Fantasy 9 vibes right there.
The anime adds what Shippo saw in Naraku's trap,
Clothes.
which I guess makes sense because that one just felt so out of place compared to the other ones.
It really did.
The trap Sango falls into is much more gruesome in the manga and has Kawaku thanking his elder sister for letting him work under Naraku.
Oh, Jesus.
The confrontation between Kikyo and Kagome differs greatly between the two mediums. In the anime, Kikyo destroys Naraku's puppet before Kagome even notices the two. Kikyo then uses her arrow to create the hole that Kagome nearly falls into. In the manga, however, Kagome uses her arrow to destroy part of Naraku's puppet while Kikyo feigns being asleep. Naraku then opens the hole Kagome nearly falls into. This then leads to Kikyo destroying Naraku's puppet in front of Kagome before taking Kagome's Shikon shard.
Okay.
Seems very complicated.
Yes.
In the anime, Kagome actually falls into the hole. In the anime, Kikyo is much more hateful when speaking to Inuyasha, even admitting that she tried to kill Kagome. In the manga, Kikyo denies trying to kill her, laying the blame solely on Naraku.
Did he though?
And in the I guess in the manga he really didn't because she went off on her own to do this.
Yeah, for real.
In the anime, Kagome falls into Naraku's trap as well. This does not occur in the manga.
Interesting. I think the best part of this episode was Blaze Moroku.
It's really, really good.
Really good. Looks so Blaze. His, like you said, the one line reading is also really good.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, man. That's going to do it for this episode. Next time, we will be discussing Season 2, Episode number 7, or Episode 34, entitled Tetsaiga and Tenseiga. Mm-hmm. So we're going to talk about some swords and meet a swordsmith.
And some cow.
And a cow. But that's going to do it for this episode. If you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like the Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from AnneLadium, go to AnneLadium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can also follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. And you can buy our books, One Shining Moment, A Critical Analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, and Hot Tubs and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. So join us next time when we learn about swords.
Yay!